We don't see many scanners these days, but the ones we do look at tend to be quite flexible. Epson's V300 is a case in point. Not only does it scan paper, it can also cope with both negatives and slides, should you have a collection of those lying around. You can't scan those in a normal scanner because they require a light to be shone through them while they're being scanned. The V300 has one of those in its lid. Unlike some combined scanners, which require the user to do such complicated things as maybe even removing the lid and swapping it for another one with the lamp in it, all you have to do with this one is remove the protective sheet of plastic to expose the lamp, which is this bit here. If you do forget to do that, the software will remind you when you try to scan any slides or negatives. It may not be the slimmest of scanners, but it is a reasonable size and it's well built. The USB and power connectors are on the side here in the corner, just by a collection of buttons that are used for scanning and copying and emailing your scans, as well as switching the V300 on and off. Installing it was a piece of cake. The supplied CD contains all the software required, including the fairly powerful but still easy to use Epson Scan, along with some document management tools. If you do have your own software, such as Photoshop Elements, it will of course work fine with that. Scanning times were on the slow side though. 4 slides at the absolute maximum quality settings took 32 minutes, but a smaller and more useful scan of the same slides took only 4 minutes. Results were impressive, although in most cases the colours were a little washed out and required some touching up work. That's something the software can do automatically, although we didn't think the results from that automatic process were as good as when it's done manually, although doing it manually does of course require extra time and is a bit of a hassle. While some of the more expensive dedicated film scanners can scan films several negatives at a time, the cheaper ones used by most home users won't do that. The V300 can do 4 slides or 6 negatives in a strip at once using this supplied guide, which clips neatly into place on the scanning bed. The software also automatically separates the images into different files, which can cut down on time if you're doing whole lots of them. The results may not be quite as impressive as from the more expensive combined scanners, but at £70 the V300 represents good value.